won't admit this. But some people trigger jealousy just by existing. Not loud jealousy. Not obvious hatred. The quiet kind. The kind people never confess. And if you've ever felt tension you couldn't explain, this video is about that. Today I'm going to show you which zodiac signs trigger silent jealousy and why it happens even when you've done nothing wrong. But there's one reason behind all of this that almost nobody notices. And once you hear it, you won't unsee it again. I'll explain that part at the end. Lately, a lot of people feel off. Conversations feel colder. Compliments feel forced. Support feels inconsistent. You walk into a room and something shifts. Not because you're arrogant, not because you're trying to stand out, but because your presence reminds people of something they don't have. Silent jealousy doesn't look like anger. It looks like distance, passive comments, sudden competition, energy changing for no clear reason. And some zodiac signs trigger this without even realizing it. Scorpio triggers jealousy because people feel your power. Before you ever speak, you don't chase attention, and that bothers people. Your conflict is this: you attract curiosity and fear at the same time. The revelation? People aren't jealous of what you do. They're jealous of what you don't need. And this is where it gets dangerous, because people test Scorpios without knowing why. Leo triggers jealousy by simply being comfortable with themselves. Your conflict is visibility. You don't hide who you are. And for people who live doubting themselves, that's threatening. The revelation? People don't envy your confidence. They envy your permission to shine. And here's what almost nobody notices. Leo doesn't even realize when jealousy starts. Capricorn triggers jealousy without saying a word. Your conflict is restraint. You don't explain your moves. The revelation: people envy your discipline because it exposes their excuses. Capricorn reminds people that results come from consistency, and that makes some people uncomfortable. Aquarius triggers jealousy because you live by your own rules. Your conflict is detachment. You don't depend emotionally on approval. The revelation: people envy your freedom, but resent that they can't influence you. And this is the part most people miss. Aquarius doesn't notice jealousy until it turns cold. Virgo triggers jealousy through competence. Your conflict is high standards, not for others, for yourself. The revelation: people envy how you keep things together when they're overwhelmed inside. And here's the uncomfortable truth: Virgo's silence makes people project their insecurities. Cancer triggers jealousy because you feel deeply and still survive. Your conflict is emotional openness. The revelation: people envy your ability to care without losing your humanity. And this changes everything, because people take Cancer's kindness as weakness until it's gone. Sagittarius triggers jealousy by not staying stuck. Your conflict is restlessness. You move on when others stay. The revelation: people envy your optimism because they've forgotten how to feel hope. And Sagittarius rarely stays long enough to notice resentment building. Libra triggers jealousy through effortless charm. Your conflict is balance. People think it's easy for you. The revelation: people envy how doors open for you without conflict. But here's the hidden part: Libra becomes the mirror. Others compare themselves to. Gemini triggers jealousy because you adapt too fast. Your conflict is perception. People think you're inconsistent. The revelation: they envy your ability to survive anywhere. And this is rarely said. Gemini reminds people they're more flexible than they allow themselves to be. Taurus triggers jealousy through stability. Your conflict is patience. The revelation: people envy your calm because their life feels chaotic. And here's the dangerous part: Taurus doesn't react quickly. But when they do, it's final. Aries triggers jealousy by acting without hesitation. Your conflict is intensity. The revelation. People envy your courage because they're afraid to start, and that creates silent competition. Pisces triggers jealousy because you see what others miss. Your conflict is sensitivity. The revelation. People envy your intuition because it exposes emotional truths. Pisces makes people confront feelings. They try to avoid. Here's the reason I mentioned at the beginning. Silent jealousy isn't about you being better. It's about you activating something unresolved in others. Your presence becomes a reminder of courage they didn't take, freedom they postponed, confidence they suppressed. And instead of facing that, people distance themselves. If you felt this, comment your zodiac sign, not to prove anything, just to be seen. And if this video explains something you couldn't put into words before, stay close. There's more clarity coming.